So we thank Micromax first of all for their welcome efforts out on the circuit as we now turn our attention to the final on day number 1 for Minimax. So Thomas Strauven, who picked up the victory by just 0.860 seconds at the end of the first race in the pre-final earlier on today, will start once again from pole position. Alongside will be the number 196 of Belgium's Matej Radenkovic. Renaud Franco will line up on the inside of row number 2 and will have Germany's Tam Saleh in the 150 alongside. The inside of row 3 will be occupied by Austria's Nando Weichselbaumer in the 146 and will have Belgium's Jasper Leenaerts in the 177 for company. Thiemen Huben will start from 7th in the number 105 alongside the 129 of Mick Vandenberg, so it's an all-Dutch row 4. Vic Stevens in the 169 will start from 9th place ahead of Laurens Herboz. As the drivers go on their formation lap, so Herboz completes the top 10. Bolowetz, as a result of a 5-second time penalty for a front fairing infraction post-race, will start from 11th on the grid. So another 13 minutes on the clock, plus an additional lap. So after this we will have junior road tax, senior road tax, and then to conclude the action here on day 1 here at the B&L Karting Series for the second of 3 rounds in 2020, DD2 and DD2 Masters will be going into battle once again. The red lights are ignited on the starting gantry just over by the timer on the start-finish line. So it will be down to Strauven and Radenkovic to control the pace. Some drivers will start weaving from left to right, trying to see if they can mitigate and get some heat into the tyres, which will help with regards to the brakes. But in the cold weather conditions, now there was a little bit of a bump from behind on from Renaud Franco and Matej Radenkovic. Now they've got to watch it, because otherwise if it's a front fairing infraction, it's an automatic 5-second penalty post-race. So Strauven will lead the field across the start-finish line, accompanied by Radenkovic, Franco, Saleh, Weichselbaumer, Leenaerts, Huben, Vandenberg, Stevens, Herboz, Loet. Into the tram lines we go. Revs rise on the Rotax Racing engines, and we're off and away. Great start there once again by Strauven, and has got Franco for company. And round towards the outside, it's nearly 3 abreast. There's quite a few drivers, including I think Jasper Leenaerts, trying to get in on the action. And Leenaerts now up into 5th position as round towards the outside of the 105 of Thiemen Huben. I think that was Vic Stevens trying to get past. But at the minute, Thomas Strauven leads ahead of Renaud Franco, Matej Radenkovic, Nando Weichselbaumer. Look at the amount of curb that Jasper Leenaerts took on the inside of turn 6. Really fancying the opportunity to try and get a bit further up the order. And the Belgian now up into 5th place at the minute, as they all scramble for traction coming through turn 7 and into turn 8 for the first time. Strauven has a lead, but it's not as much as what we saw in the first race, as Mick Vandenberg trying to battle away for position, and it looks like to be with the likes of Vic Stevens and Laurens Herboz at the moment. As now up the inside through turn 10, as look at how much these young chargers want to have an opportunity of getting up the field. Well, Franco got up the inside of Radenkovic, going through into turn number 10, as we are about to complete the first lap of the race. As now the switchback comes for Radenkovic, nearly pushing Franco a little bit wide. Oh, they touch sidewalls coming across the line. 11 thousandths between the pair, but Radenkovic keeps ahead for the minute. Franco back up the inside, Radenkovic towards the outside. Can you believe that one? Oh my goodness me, he does the switchback up the inside of Franco through turn 3. Makes the move stick on the exit of turn 4, but then Franco counter-attacks through turn 5, gets the position back. Radenkovic looks towards the outside of turn 6, trying to cut back through, trying to get the momentum. He's right on the back bumper of Renaud Franco as they go down the straightaway, and Radenkovic didn't have that chance. He was right in the toe of Franco but Franco just stuck to his guns and kept in front as they both take the same line going through. But then Radenkovic up the inside once again through the exit of turn 8. Franco towards the entrance of turn 9. Who's going to get the inside run on this particular occasion? Well, Franco kept it pinned to the outside, used the full throttle capabilities of the 111 chassis on the X-Prix chassis ahead of the number 196 of Matej Radenkovic. Oh, the well and true chess games are completely on right about now between the likes of Rino Franco and Matej Radenkovic in the battle for second position. Stuyven, after the first lap, had nearly 1.1 second advantage. He's now got a bigger one. It's 1.8 seconds. He's effectively done a Sebastian Vettel back in when Vettel was running with Red Bull Racing before he switched to Ferrari in the mid-2010s. But Radenkovic looks very, very racy indeed. Hot on the heels of Rino Franco to try and get back past for second position as they now head through into turn 6. Both of them take a wider line going through, as does Tam Saleh. Jasper Leenaerts rounds out the top 5 ahead of Thiemann Hüben. Lawrence Herboz. Nando Weichselbaumer has dropped all the way down to 8th position. Mick Vandenberg in 9th. Boluet and Vic Stevens complete the 11-strong grid that are still running. But Thomas Stuyven once again, he had one of the things that we saw in the pre-final a bit earlier on was that Radenkovic was able to close and got the fastest lap. It was a 1:18.305 in that last race at a speed of around, well, it says 62.525 kilometers an hour going across the start-finish line. And at the moment, the fastest lap is Thomas Stuyven's, and Stuyven is about 4/10 off. Now the lead, does it extend again? Yes, it does, up to 2.1 seconds, and Stuyven puts in a 1 minute 18.748. Franco and Radenkovic, they are compromising each other by battling away. Radenkovic bumps over the curbs through turn 3, as does Franco. You can just see the slightly different lines between the pair going through the respective corners. And will Radenkovic have enough of a slipstream advantage over Rino Franco going down the back straight? Not this time on lap number 4 of the race, but Radenkovic closes up. Oh, Franco nearly goes wide through the entrance of turn 7, and then through turn 8, Radenkovic could get the run he needs, and up the inside goes the 196 from Belgium, and retakes second most of the way through lap number 4 of this race. Great job there by Matej Radenkovic to read the situation and instinctively react, and that's what a good racing driver does. Again goes, look how wide Radenkovic ran going through turn 10 as, oh my goodness me, the pair nearly clattered into each other there. Radenkovic powered around the outside of Franco going through out of turn 10 and into turn 11, but then Franco just absolutely buried the nose up into the apex of turn 11 to make sure that Radenkovic did not get past. But Radenkovic unfazed, and through into turn 2 they go. Franco still ahead of Radenkovic, but a bit more of a run through the curbs. Oh, they are clashing sidewalls again, these two! But Radenkovic gets through on the inside of turn number 5, but then round the outside of him, on the approach into turn 6, goes Franco. This is absolute wheel-to-wheel stuff here between these two. And what this is allowing, for those wondering about how far up the road Thomas Stuyven is at the moment after 4 laps in the books, it's 3.559 seconds. And that gap, with these two behind battling away, what it's also allowing is Tam Saleh to close. I'm keeping an eye on some of the other drivers. Tam Saleh has just put in a personal best lap of the race, so 1 minute 19.753, allowing him to catch a little bit on the back bumper of Radenkovic. And the gap between them last time around was about 9/10 of a second. So Stuyven coming through turn 12 to complete lap number 5 of the race. As a little bit further behind, I've just seen Lawrence Herboz and Nando Weichselbaumer. They're absolutely battling tooth and nail for what is 6th and 7th position as they will come across the line as Weichselbaumer slingshots up the inside of the 106 before they've even hit the apex of the right-hand kink at turn 1. But Radenkovic and Renault Franco still battling away, third and second respectively. Radenkovic looking to get the upper hand once again, but not as brazenly as the 196 from Buvin Power did on the last lap, where we literally saw them touching sidewalls. So no quarter given between the pair as they run down towards turn 6 on all 4 Mojo wet weather tyres. As now, once again, a little bit of a different line from Renault Franco. This is allowing Radenkovic to have that wide open door presented front and centre once again. Through turn 9 they come. Radenkovic nearly gets a bit of a tail slide there through the exit of the corner as the 196 puts the power down. So Stuyven continues to lead. The gap will, I think, probably by what's been happening between Franco and Radenkovic, the gap will be over 4 seconds on this particular lap as we're about to hit 5 minutes to go on the clock. So lap number 6 completed. Stuyven still leads. Franco now 3.7 seconds behind and puts in a personal best, as does Radenkovic. So whether they have... Now, there's one or two things that you can read into this situation. Are they still going to battle away for second and third position? Because effectively, if the way that Radenkovic is driving at the moment, if that is a sign of the pace to come for the 196, because we did see last time, as they now come out of turn 6 onto the straightaway, going past on the Europalan, down into turn 7. Now we'll see the different lines once again from these two. Again, Franco runs wide. Radenkovic able to go up the inside and claws the gap back. Oh, nearly another clash between the two, but then Radenkovic... Oh no, now there's a problem. What's just happened? Renault Franco absolutely despondent. The 111 retires on the spot, out of second position. Radenkovic now takes second place, and you can just see the sheer frustration for Renault Franco. Really feels sorry for the driver. And now slams the visor shut and probably doesn't really want to talk to anybody until Renault calms down a little bit. But a real shame, battling away. That must have just been an on-the-spot technical issue. So Franco is now effectively out on lap number 7 of the race. Thomas Stuyven now has nearly a 4.3 second advantage over the new second place driver, who actually had taken the place before. Literally, I'm wondering whether that was an engine cutout. I'm not 100% sure for the problem there for Renault Franco, but that puts us down to 10 drivers. Tam Saleh from Germany rounds out the top 3, a further 3.5 seconds behind Matej Radenkovic. Jasper Leinert now up into 4th place. Lawrence Herboz in the number 106 up to 5th, and has got Nando Weichselbaumer from Austria not too far behind. So that's the real battle we need to keep our eyes on here, because Weichselbaumer dropped down to 8th in the initial phases, and so those two are now coming down towards turn number 10. So there is Herboz and Weichselbaumer as they now come through into turn number 11. Weichselbaumer looks to be a bit more planted coming out of the corner. So Stuyven now has a 4.4 second lead. And you can see the battle in the back there as Weichselbaumer looking to go towards the inside of Herboz as Herboz shuts the door through turn 1. Now that was very brave indeed. So in many respects, Weichselbaumer trying to do the level best to get past for what will be 5th position at the end of this race. So just under 2 minutes on the clock remaining, plus 1 additional lap. Running order at the moment with the unfortunate retirement of lap 6 of Renault Franco in the 111. Stuyven leads by 4.4 seconds, ahead of Matej Radenkovic. Tam Saleh in 3rd. Jasper Leinert having a lonely but comfortable race at the moment in 4th place, ahead of Lawrence Herboz, who now has Nando Weichselbaumer breathing down the neck, and up the inside goes Weichselbaumer through turn 9, but then Herboz gets the power down. The two are side by side. Weichselbaumer takes the wider line, looks to get the momentum carry through out of turn 10 into 11. Doesn't work that particular time for the young Austrian. but gets a good run coming through into turn number 12. So Strauven crossed the line with just over a minute remaining. So we are now on to the penultimate lap of the race, lap 10 out of 11. As once again we turn our attentions to Herbold and Weichselbaumer in the battle for what is 5th on the road. And the pair last time when they crossed the line itself, 0.244 seconds between the pair. The Austrian looks to have lost down a little bit of ground there, as they now head their way in towards turn 6, which then brings them onto the back straightaway. So the 10 drivers all covered by 31.690 seconds, rounded out by the 169 of Vic Stevens. So Strauven comes through turn number 10, the right-hander, for what will be the penultimate time, and the timer will expire as the 199 from Belgium with Dams Racing Team goes towards the final corner. Last lap board for the day for Minimax here at Karting Genk. Thomas Strauven has one more lap to go, takes a casual glance over the right shoulder to see where Radenkovic is, and Radenkovic has crossed the line, and the gap now just over 4 seconds, and Radenkovic puts in the second fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 18.841. That is effectively just under 70 thousandths of a second separating the pair. I think that is effectively 60 thousandths between the pair. Tam Saleh still in 3rd place for Germany. Jasper Leenerts will look to have, he'll be really, really happy about that one. Now being up into 4th place ahead of Laurens Herbold, who is still battling away with Nando Weichselbaumer. And I think Weichselbaumer now, has Weichselbaumer got past is the big question here. As now Strauven comes through into the left-hander at turn 9 for the final time. The short blast down towards the right-hand sweeper at turn 10. A great overtaking opportunity spot here at the circuit, amongst other places. So Strauven, once again, dominated in qualifying on day 1. Took the victory by nearly 9/10 of a second. It's going to be a lot more than that this time around, because Thomas Strauven, proficiat, well done. 2 wins on the bounce on day 1 here at Karting Genk. Fist pumping the air. Muted celebration, but inside I bet you that smile is as big from ear to ear there for the young Belgian. Matej Radenkovic takes 2nd. Tam Saleh takes 3rd place. Jasper Leenerts, like literally thumbs up from the 177, taking 4th place ahead of Laurens Herbold, with Nando Weichselbaumer taking 6th place. 50,000, like literally not much between the pair. Thiemen Huben takes 7th ahead of Boluet. Mick Vandenberg with Vic Stevens being the 10th and the final classified driver to complete all 11 laps, with Rino Franco unfortunately retiring on lap number 6.